Hello, hello, my darlings. Let me know if you can hear me well, you can see me well. Is A-okay? And welcome to today's session. So, and just a reminder, these are paid questions. $15 per question, paid via PayPal. The link to PayPal is in the pinned message, and I'm also including it over here. It's great to see you too, my lovely Snowy Rains, my lovely Laziest Bee, and everybody else who's just joined. Hello. Hello to you too, my lovely Sri Satya. I'm okay. I'm getting to the point of being okay. Thank you for asking. How are you? All right, my darling. So those of you who've just joined, hi and welcome. I answer your questions live today using Tarot and Oracle decks. $15 per question, paid via PayPal. The link to PayPal is in the pinned message. I'm also including it in the chat section. You can ask about anything and everything you feel you would benefit from knowing. Apart from health readings, don't do those. Okay, but anything else, feel free to ask. Of course, remember that if you're up for personal reading, all you have to do is send me an email. And I will send you a list of readings that I do together with prices, the types of questions that those readings answer, the time frame, the delivery method, and we can even create a custom reading for you. And Patreon is always waiting for you. Thank you, my darlings. No, it's fine. It's just been a little turbulent the last couple of months, but you know, things come, things go. We must do what we must do. And that was the reason why I wasn't very consistent with my live sessions. So hopefully now I'm going to be able to be more consistent. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. My amazing laziest bee starting us off today. All right, how does my ex Anthony recall our relationships and the way he acted in the end? The year has passed. I don't want him back under no circumstances. Okay. Well, thanks for clarifying this. Let's go ahead and take a look. Uh-huh. How does he recall it? Well, there was this energy where he's looking for, it was it was good to begin with, he really felt like it was incredibly special. Yes, and then he went into this energy where part of him wanted this to move on, the other part of him wanted to stay put. It was this internal conflict. There was this definitely the energy of having a good time, having felt like a family at one point or another. However, then there's this energy of, feeling misunderstood. There's this, it's easier for him to project things onto you than it is for him to kind of see that maybe he wasn't acting like a grown a person should. Yeah, there's this energy of, I will love you the way that I love you, and it's kind of like I don't really, it was a little bit immature, but it was also, that energy of not getting to that state of being grown up, being a grown up. But it's different. But it's like when it was good, but he seems to blame a lot of things that were his. He seems to still blame himself for certain things, but mostly he likes to just kind of think that it was your fault, that he was misunderstood. But there are definitely times when he misses the good things, misses the good times. And I want to say, sometimes having dreams about you. Now he kind of sees that he wasn't really giving you too much. But it's difficult for him to admit, all of those things that are very, very difficult for him to admit. It's easier. It's easier for him to blame you, honestly. Easier for him to blame you. He wanted to be in a, grown relationship with all of the benefits, but not act like a person should. Yeah, he was given nothing. Hence the Six of Pentacles in reverse. All right, my lovely Myra. Can you please do a reading for what may be in store in August for me? Absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see. August, the main things that are going to come through. Okay, well, this is quite interesting because I hope you're going to be able to see it, but I have literally 3 5s that came through for you. Now, the beginning of August, this is you see, 5 is not necessarily the best energy. This is the energy where we're talking about misfortune, mishaps, but not that they're going to happen in August, but the things that happened in the past. For whatever reason, they're telling me that August is going to bring up quite a few things from the past that you wish you would have done differently. And this is important because this is part of your inner child healing, where instead of criticizing yourself, instead of feeling bad, you're going to deflect that energy. So August is very important in that aspect where it's going to give you healing from saying, well, you know what, I spilled the milk, so whatever. Yeah. And if somebody tries to give you any trouble or any shit about it, you're going to be able to literally build stronger boundaries. There are also going to be people that are going to try to cover their tracks over something that they did and blame it on you. But like I said, for you, August is very good when it comes to defending yourself, when it comes to defending yourself from others and from your inner critic as well, because that beautiful energy of the inner child, you're going to go into the position of somebody who understands how life works, yeah, and somebody who understands what needs to be done in order to protect your boundaries, in order not to have any physical attacks, like psychic attacks rather, on you. So literally, this is the energy of pushing back, and people are going to really kind of like fall back and be like, okay, what the hell is going on? Yeah, so you are over here a big, big leap forward when we're talking about this. There's also this energy of, I want to say, towards the end of the month, you're going out of this, I want to say, energy maybe of feeling alone, feeling a little bit misunderstood. Because here I'm seeing this gorgeous energy that's slowing down. This is like an emotional connection that's coming through. Yeah, this could be a friendship. Yeah, look at this. They're literally saying within the next few weeks, this could be a friendship. This could be a person who comes in with the right resources. Somebody's going to be helping you. It could even be a couple of people. Yeah, but it's the indication of people working together. And the last card over here, the energy of studying, the energy of research, the energy of being able to gather, collect, analyze, and use a lot of information, so a lot of communication from friends, from family, from people that have to do, something that has to do with business, with money. But you're going to be getting all of the information and all of the help that you need. Okay. That is what I see for you, my lovely Myra. Let me see anything else. Yeah, they keep on saying like there's some sort of connection that's coming through. It could be romantic, it could be business, but it's an important connection. Ooh, literally flew out. Let me see with which. Yeah. And it's going to develop, they're saying, within the next 6 months into something more. Very interesting. Autumn is coming through, so we have September, October, a bit of November, but very interesting. Okay. My lovely Johanna, how are you doing? All right. Let's see. I want to look at my freelance career and see what to expect there. If anything, new or growing. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's give this a little bit of a time frame, the next couple of months, yeah? This will help the cards focus a little bit more. Freelance career, let's see. Okay, so to be quite honest with you, this is what I'm seeing. The first card that came through is I want to say expect the unexpected, because the High Priestess over here, she's not a very talkative card. Yeah, this is the card of intuition. This is the card of having to rely heavily on your intuition. And this is also the card of, together with the Three of Cups, this is the card of unexpected connections, people coming from unexpected places, recommendations that are coming through. However, for the next couple of months, I'm going to be completely honest with you, it feels like it's going to be stable, but there isn't going to be much growth. Yeah. It's this energy where it doesn't mean that it's not good, it doesn't mean anything bad. It's just this energy of it being stable. It's just this energy of not necessarily being able to foresee or forecast certain things, but for the next couple of months. But there is stability, but there isn't much growth. Yeah. However, afterwards, they're telling me around about September, October, you're most likely to meet somebody who's quite, I want to say, talkative, very communicative, very influential, in the sense that it might have something to do with social media. It has something to do with this person knowing a lot of people, being able to recommend whatever it is that you do. And this is, the meeting might take place somewhere in a bar, in a restaurant, it's kind of like nonchalant thing that's happening. But afterwards, they're showing me that there's good potential for growth over here. Yeah, but there might be some changes because the Emperor's coming through in reverse together with the Six of Swords. And they're saying don't be afraid to go in a slightly different direction, to make slightly different like changes, because this is going to help you grow. But apart from that, yeah. My amazing Shona. 2026, the main aspects. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, 2026 is going to be a big year for you when it comes to relationship. Something that was a no. Something where we're talking about rejection, when we're talking about, either you not kind of wanting to be with somebody, either somebody not necessarily being wanting with you. They're telling me 2026 is going to be so much about relationships. We have the bedroom, we have the sexual fulfillment, we have passion, we have desire. If you're not married yet, you're most likely going to be either engaged or married by the end of the year. They're telling me that the stars are aligning over here. Yeah. And if you are already married, there's just this energy of coming closer with this person. And this could be talking about other important contracts. Interesting, this card keeps jumping out. This one talks about networking, support, meetings, strong year for creativity. And again, something that didn't work out in the past. is going to come back around. This could be, some sort of relationship. This could be something that you felt you weren't ready for. Yeah, this could be the leap forwards. This quite a few things. But they're telling me you're going to be given a second chance to make something, and this time you're going to make it. But overall, 2026 is mostly about love, about relationships, about fulfillment, about um, physical intimacy, physical pleasure. It's working on your body, working on opening up. And this is the energy, beautiful. Look at this. The energy of the rainbow, wishes granted. Yeah. And this does also talk about abundance. It's looking quite nice. My amazing Sahar. Who's coming towards you in love? Let's go ahead and take a look. Who is coming towards you in love? Oh, my lovely Sahar. Somebody who's, I want to say, very, very well off. Honestly, this person, it's as if, I don't know, it's quite interesting because they keep on giving me the energy of money, the energy of the Ten of Pentacles. So I'm going to tell you this. Most probably the next person that you're going to date, you're either going to end up living with them or marrying them. Yeah. Being together, marrying, like it's this energy of stability and the Ten of Pentacles. However, this person that you're going to be together with, this person is very afraid of, I want to say, poverty. It's this fear that keeps them going, that keeps them earning. It's a massive drive. Yeah, so for them, stability, financial stability is incredibly important. Being able to afford something is incredibly important. Strong boundaries, strong Leo energy. I want to say sensitive, but doesn't show it. Yeah. And quite possibly had to work. There's a lot, like I'm getting somebody who might even be a little bit of a workaholic. And this is their language of love, their love language. Yeah, the gifts, the stability, the being able to provide, being able to spoil, being able to create that security. Quite possibly somebody who started working young. Oh my God, again, more pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries energy, person who's a little bit older than you are, definitely in a position of being a boss, likes to call the shots. It might be a little bit difficult sometimes to negotiate with this person. Yeah, but it's definitely somebody who knows also how to be fun. And I want to say it's kind of like custom made for you. This is what's coming through. I didn't see anything or anybody from the past. I didn't see anybody who's coming in to mess around. No, it's just this person that like, I'm coming. Wait for me. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, my lovely Sasha. Hi, darling. Time's tight, major decision need to be made. Any advice coming through with my next immediate career-related step would be great. Basically, which person, country am I going to work for? I don't know how. In the next few months, perhaps. Let's go ahead and break this down a little bit. I'm going to use this one. Okay. So what did the cards recommend? Which steps? They're saying, listen, right now it's important to choose with the heart. Honestly, it's choosing with the heart. It's not choosing out of fears. It's not choosing out of pressure. It's choosing with the heart. What are you calling? Like, what are you being called to do? So they're telling me the next 6 weeks are going to be quite important. They keep on saying things that have to do with love, things that have to do with a calling. There's a big fear when we're talking about money. There's a big fear when we're talking about money. So they're saying if money, like fear of not having enough or fear of not having money is the only thing that's preventing you from moving forwards, then go for it because it's going to work out beautifully. They're saying it's a new thing. So, if you've been thinking about staying or going, most probably you're going to take the leap of faith. Most probably they're saying that you're most likely, because there's this energy again of choosing with the heart, of exploration, of going into something new. They're saying within the next 6 weeks, if it sounds right for you, it's the right time to make that decision. There might be people who are against it. And there might be people that might not say something. Again, a lot of fear of not being able to be as independent as you would like. Yeah. But it's as if your heart is calling you over here. Honestly, they keep on giving me this energy of indecision, the heart and the head, but they're saying you already know the answer deep down. Because if you don't take that step, if you don't move, if you don't go into that energy of newness, you will regret it. This is what they're saying. You're most likely going to regret it. You're already sacrificing a lot of things, and they're asking you to remember that it can be much, much easier. So, 6 weeks, within the next 6 weeks, definitely something new. And they're not going to be able to tell you. We can take a look at the countries specifically, but they're not going to, you know what I mean? They're not going to say which country that you need to go to. But it does feel like it's a new place. It does feel like it's a new place. The only thing that you're afraid of, like they're saying, the most important thing is that you might have to level down, that you might not be able to kind of sustain the same lifestyle, so on and so forth. But they're saying, even if that's the case, you're going to be able to really level up quite fast, because you're going to be going together with that energy of the magician, where you're going to be able to multitask, where you're going to be able to convince people. So, yeah. That's what I see for you, my lovely Sasha. My amazing Jessica, how are you doing? Carolina, I see you, my darling. And Leela, I see you. Leela, send me your question. Sandeep, I'll be with you in just a moment, my dear. I also see you, of course, my dear. Okay. Jessica, hi. Can you provide insight into the guy I'm dating has been distant with me lately? Intuition tells me it might be due to legal issues or emotional overwhelm. I'd like to understand what's going on in his internal world that's affecting him. That's affecting how he's showing up in this connection. Is he pulling back because of personal circumstances, fear, or something deeper? Wondering if I should move on and close this chapter with him, but I know I have trust issues because of the ex. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look. Why is he actually distant? The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Is he distant? It's quite interesting, because even now that I'm doing the reading, it's a little bit like, can I just be left alone? Can I just be left alone? Okay, so this is when we're talking about the energy of the death, when we're talking about the energy of the Six of Swords. It feels like this particular connection with you, also combined with other things that are going on, are putting him out of his comfort zone so far that he does not know how to deal with it. So what I'm saying is that the feelings are still there, but it's this energy of needing time to process the feelings, the emotions, the circumstances, the next steps. It's a little bit too much. It kind of feels like the person that you're asking about with the King of Cups, he might tend to get quite emotional, might not necessarily be, showing his emotions, might be also consulting with somebody at this particular moment, hurting, Nine of Swords, hurting. I don't know, there's something going on with the family as well, because they're showing me the energy of the family, they're showing me the energy of closure of some sort, something ending, but it could be a painful ending, maybe somebody moving, you know what I mean? So I'm not necessarily seeing, I don't even see you come out on the cards, to be quite honest. So I want to say it's not personal towards you whatsoever. Also, like I said, when it comes to your connection, It's more about internal fight, internal struggle to go in the direction of growth, but into the unknown, because for you and for him, this scenario, mostly for him, the scenario is unknown and unfamiliar. He's used to something else. So when we're talking about moving on, leaving, they're showing me, yeah, look at this, wanting to leave, wanting to move on. Not yet. Not yet. The cards are recommending not yet with a card of patience. Not yet. The Emperor, the Devil, strong connection to the father or to the boss from his side. No, darling, not yet. Definitely the next 2 weeks are going to be important. They're saying don't kind of try to distract yourself with other things as much as possible. But leaving, no. I see that you're very afraid of like lying, being lied to. No, okay. Okay, my lovely Sandeep, thank you so much for waiting. Okay, rest of 2025, career, finances, overall energy. All right, let's go ahead and take a look what's going to come through. Ooh, this card literally flew out. Person of fire. Let me see if that's you or if that's coming through. All right, this is what's coming through. This is quite interesting because you're asking about finances and you're asking about career. They're talking about emotional baggage. Okay, so what's going to be happening when we're talking about finances and career is that you're going to be activating that power within you. This is the power of passion, ambition. This is the power of confidence. And it's going to be activated through releasing unnecessary emotional baggage. Yes, so mistakes from the past, unresolved issues, heavy burdens, so lots and lots of things. There are also going to be they're showing me business trips, going somewhere long distance, experimenting with certain things, getting different resources. So overall, to be frank with you, I'm seeing growth. I'm seeing this energy of things being repaired, things being restored. There's some sort of I'm seeing a lot of negotiation. Yeah, something that needs to be repaired, something that needs to be restored. I am definitely seeing contracts, I'm seeing legal things. But it's kind of like the additional resources that are coming through. And they're saying it all, like the breakthrough comes through healing emotional baggage. And you will have to act fast, think fast, yes, because there's going to be this energy of luck, especially when we're talking about August. Yeah, so the next year. This talks about a very good time to make things happen. Very good time. But you'll need to think and act fast. All right, my lovely Carolina. How and when will my next relationship begin? Do I have to do anything in order to bring it about? So let's go ahead and take a look. Oh. Okay, so first and foremost, they're telling me that there's so much disappointment that's coming back from the past. Yeah, it's this energy where it's a little bit like they're saying, expect good things from this relationship. I know you've been disappointed a lot. I know you're kind of like there are parts of you, that's saying, okay, well, this is going to be great, and then there are parts of you that are saying, well, what's left out there? Is it going to happen? Am I good enough? There's loads and loads of things that are coming through over here, and they're saying, well, it might sound cliche, but try to be a little bit more positive because it is come through. I'm getting a beautiful Taurus person that's showing up on the heart card of the Hierophant. And this person is most likely somebody who's been married before, most likely somebody who works with youth. strong connection to you. The way that you're going to meet, it's going to be by chance. It's going to be in a new place. This is an energy, again, where they're showing me a lot of youth, maybe surrounded by people who are very young, kids, young adults. There's just this energy, kind of like a school playground, university, some sort of fitness class that younger people attend. I don't know, some sort of dancing, something along those lines. Yes, and it's coming through. It could actually come through quite fast. It could come through within the next 3 to 4 months. But they're telling me it has a lot to do with remaining positive. Okay. That's what I see for you, my darling. My lovely Leela. Hi, Lily. Is the Gemini moving on from me and not interested anymore in a reconciliation or reaching out in the future? The outcome of this connection are so different and confusing. I know, darling. We can, the outcomes change based upon people's actions. So let me see. The death. Oh, let me see if it's the end or if it's the transformation. It's such a difficult energy. Every time I channel it, it's such a difficult energy. It's so back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's exhausting. So I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to pull out more cards. It ends and then it begins again. I don't know what to tell you. They're giving me the energy of an ending and they're giving me the energy of the beginning. 10 of Swords, the pain of losing one another, spending some time without one another. So I think before it begins again, it kind of goes to the next level. There is going to be an energy of ending. That's why the death came through. It does come through more as a transformation. It does come through as during this time, both you and that Gemini person are going to go through significant changes of your own. You're becoming stronger, you're becoming more confident, you're not fighting to prove your worth and value to anybody. You're just there living your life. You're just there doing whatever needs to be done. Yeah. And the other person also needs to become a little bit more centered with the emotions and the decisions and not go from one energy to another and then from one to another and one to another. It's like, but it will end before it begins. Yeah. So complete cord cutting, complete everything, and then it begins in a different way. It's as if this person can feel that you're waiting, Okay, my lovely laziest bee, let's go ahead and take a look at August for you, my darling. I'm going to use this ridiculously uncomfortable deck, but I love it. I love the way that it speaks. Lele, I can see your messages. Thank you. As you can see, I'm trying to do the readings, and I can see that you're asking me to pull the sleeves up. I will do it later on. Okay. My amazing laziest bee. Let's go ahead and take a look. August. Ooh. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser in the end. Okay, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous elephant card over here. Let's see if it's an actual journey or if it's some sort of closure, slowly but surely getting ahead. So, this is about perseverance. This is about moving forwards. This is about getting somewhere. Let me see where you're going to get in August. It's like they're showing me, okay, both elephants and tortoises, they're rather slow-ish. I mean, sometimes elephants can run quite fast, but you know what I mean. They're slowish. Let me see. So it kind of feels like, an energy of something you've been working on and working on and working on. Getting some sort of information, a lot of communication, seek information that will help you out. It has something to do with the direction. This is quite interesting. First, they're telling me in August you're going to be redirected from a situation that might have caused you to lose money, that might have caused you to enter some sort of questionable affair that has to do with your finances. Yeah, something that might have caused you to suffer financially. And they're telling me that here you're going to be redirected slightly when we're talking about money. You're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Some sort of reconciliation is coming through over here. Let's see who's coming back. Let's see who's coming back. Oh, it's some sort of woman. Look at this. It feels like there's going to be a surprise visit or, like an out of nowhere phone call that's coming through from a woman. Maybe you worked before. She's coming through as an empress. So this is a very pleasant energy. Uh-huh. There's a little bit of conflict, and you're kind of navigating through the conflict. Conflict has to do again with the direction, something that has to do with the direction, something that has to do with getting to a point that you need to get to. But you're unlocking your diplomatic skills, that's for sure. And a situation that's been, again, like unresolved is going to get resolved. Okay, that's what I see for you, my darling. Something about journeying, something about needing to travel a lot. And just on the side note, they're asking you to remember that you're very much protected by your spiritual team. Okay, my lovely Amanda. Where is your question, my darling? There we go. Technically single, but my heart is torn between two men, GMB and GTB. I have extensive history and love them both. Who is the best one for me as a partner? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. So let's begin with GMB. GMB. Interesting. They're literally showing me you. Look at this, and being torn by the two horses. Which one do I go with? This, which one do I go with? Okay. So we've established your central energy. Let's talk about GMB. Let's put him on the left. So I'm gonna be direct with you. The card of I wouldn't say it's lies, but it's kind of misconception, misdirection. Emotions are there, but again, it's as if those emotions are they're very fleeting. As a partner, this person would not necessarily be 100% honest. And there would be a strong connection for some time, but then there's this energy of not knowing, darling. It's this energy where you would be able to be more stable in that connection. This person, it's kind of like the person who can say I love you one day, and then the next day, like, I don't know. It's a little bit like they don't know how to read their own emotions. So as a partner, as a stable partner, when, excuse my French, the shit hits the fan and life gets hard, and you know you have to be grown and mature, and you have to support one another, and you both have to go through difficult things. Not as stable. Might be like, I can't take this anymore. This is too much for me. You know what I mean? It's a little bit long term, realistically, so. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the other one. The other one really likes you, by the way. Literally. The Knight of Cups came through. GTB likes you a lot. But also maybe a little bit of a romantic. All right, GTB. GTB loves you, no, honestly. It's this energy of doesn't want to admit it. Does not want to admit it in one way or another, honestly. Maybe trying to protect himself or trying to see, has a lot of self-esteem issues, might not necessarily be available for a relationship right now. But there is going to be a chance, an indecisive person, but it kind of feels if we're talking about the two GTBs, definitely has more potential, has potential for growth. But again, is this person single or is this person not single? Because they're giving me the three, they're giving me the devil, they're giving me the Two of Cups. It might have something to do with the secrecy over here at one point or another. But the other one is more, I want to say more stable, and once the initial stages. Oh, I lost the thought. Once you figure out initially where you stand, this one seems to be more of a long-term partner material. Let's put it that way. Okay. My amazing Milda. Lily, did you see? I pulled up the sleeves for you. That's it. Yeah? Once per session, as we agreed. And darling, please keep your messages to one. I can see, but I'm working, as you can see. Yeah. So if you keep on sending me a lot of messages, it's very distracting. Thank you very much. Okay, my amazing Milda. My landlord wants me to move out until 1st of September. Will I find a new home for me and my cats until the 1st of September? Where should I look for it? Okay, let's see if we're going to get a straightforward yes or no. Until the 1st of September. Remember the 1st of September. Yes or no? Uh-huh. Let me see. They're saying that the timing is a little bit tricky on this one because it literally says not the right time. Look for a sign. So it might come a little bit earlier. It might come a little bit later. However, I'm not seeing like, another month or something like this. No. However, they're asking you to choose a new direction. So explore different areas. Explore, they keep on saying choose a new direction, go in a new direction. Because this talks about areas that might seem to have a little bit of more expensive housing, but they're kind of saying like you'll be lucky enough to find a true gem. And the reason why they're saying is because you kind of need to get out of, I want to say, a particular environment, a particular, I don't know, maybe neighbors or something like this. It's kind of something that's been affecting you and something that's been draining your energy. But they're asking you to look at the places you normally wouldn't look because of, again, of the money or whatever, because you're going to, like, sometimes these places come through and they're very, very, very nice and very affordable. And they're saying don't rush into it because the neighbors are incredibly important. And here they're saying it could be that, if you rush into something, if you feel like you have to go somewhere, you could end up being in a position where the neighbors aren't too friendly, and like you make noise, they're like, oh, we're going to call the police, blah blah blah, all of those things. But I do see, yeah, if you believe, again, they're saying if you believe something unlikely is going to happen, but the timing, they're saying don't stop, trust the process. The timing might be a little bit longer, darling, a little bit longer. Okay. And good luck house hunting. My lovely Shona, how are you doing, darling? And my amazing phone call. I'll be with you in just a moment. All right, Shona, first question. When can I expect a promotion and raise at my job? Okay, let's see. My amazing Shona. When? Ooh, 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 ooh. This is great. This is great. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune, this is where everybody's coming together and everything is coming together. Now, this is where I'm actually seeing that a lot of people are giving you praise. Like people are coming and they're like, they really are, at this particular moment, you could even be like watched, not in a negative way, but you know what I mean? Like being paid close attention to, and there will be an opportunity for you to shine. When we're talking about when, the Wheel of Fortune gives me the energy of number 10. So this is quite possibly going to be happening within, what are we now? October, not within October, but yeah, within the month of October. And I was just thinking about the 10 weeks, which makes it, I think, around about that time. Yes, so this is definitely coming through. They're saying it's not set in stone just yet. It's important for you up until then to kind of keep in mind that you're being I want to say that you're being watched. And also, networking is incredibly important over here. They're saying there might be this energy of lacking of networking. So, maybe a little bit of like taking the interests in the boss's family life and things like this. You know what I mean? A little bit of extra is needed and maybe a little bit more of a diplomatic approach because it's all going to be considered. And they're saying, even if, you know, at times you don't feel like it, it's worth putting in that tiny bit of effort, remembering somebody's name, you know, somebody's niece's, somebody's dog's name, something along those lines. It adds that personal touch, and it might even be that you're going to be invited to a particular event that's closed off, you know, that's members only, whatever, for the select few. And this is also going to help you with that energy of the promotion. So personal touch over here, because as a professional, you're a great professional. There's stability over here. Okay, that's what I see for you for the first question. Is your future husband financially well off? Let's see. I was thinking about doing that reading as a general reading as well, about the social status and the financial status of your future spouse, their job, hobbies, things like this might do it. All right, is your good? Oh, good. Oh my god. Oh, it's coming through. Honestly, Shona. Okay, this is what I'm getting. So your your husband is like, listen, I am a professional. I don't know, he's speaking with a little bit of an accent and it's a little eccentric and it's funny and it's good-hearted. Yeah, listen, I am a professional. You know, the type of people that can make money out of air. Yeah, it's this person that's actually very good with money, but he's he's kind of saying like, you know what, things fell down. It kind of comes through that, you know, he's very linked to what is going on in the world. This could be financial markets, this could be stock market, this could be things that have to do with, you know, things that are heavily influenced by the what's going on in the world. Yeah, the conflicts, not conflicts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because there's this energy of somebody who deals with a lot of information, energy of dealing some with IT and things like this. Talks about love a lot, by the way. Well off? I would say so. I would say so. I would definitely say so. Definitely comfortable. But it's as if sometimes he plays with fire. I don't know if he's going to do that when you're going to be married, probably not. But right now, sometimes he does go into the King of Wands energy and he sometimes takes risks. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. But yeah, you know, he's in that stage of accumulating wealth. A couple of things he doesn't even touch, but he's like, I don't know if I'm wealthy right now. Because he's got a lot of things like in the assets, he's got a lot of things in the market. So it's kind of like he's like, one day it's like this, another day it's like this, but very, very comfortable. Very comfortable. Okay. Bye, Lele. All right, my lovely Francois, Yvette, Cecilia, Yelena, and my lovely Kako. I'll be with you in just a moment. Okay, my lovely Francois, let's go ahead and take a look. So, just broke up with your girlfriend. I'm sorry, darling. I believe I was cheated on and it was really painful. Giving you a big, big hug. I'm on my way to heal and really need guidance. Could you tell me when will my true love come? Is there anything I need to know? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. Ooh, something fell straight out. Okay, so now they're saying, listen, right now you need to process the anger, and it's okay to be angry. It's okay to show anger. The Knight of Swords come through. You need to, they're saying, let it out. Let it out on paper, punch a pillow, whatever needs to be done. They're saying, and this is important because you don't want to take that with you into the next relationship. So all of that anger, it needs to stay in that previous relationship. It needs to come out. And this is very, very important, they're saying. Because if you're going to keep that anger, the other person that you're meant to be with, they might take their time coming into your life. Yeah. And it's a normal part of healing. It's a normal part of grieving. Okay. So they're giving me the energy of pentacles. It's definitely going to be happening through work. There's going to be some sort of chance that's unforeseen at this particular moment, and chance, an opportunity that is coming in. Now, this is going to be a work trip, a work something, yeah? So you're with your workmates over here. You might also have some sort of neighbors coming through. A chance, an opportunity. They're telling me that it's most likely going to happen. Well, my darling, I'm going to be honest with you. It's still going to be a little while because you need to heal from whatever it is that you're going through at this particular time. But it feels like it's less than a year. I would say about 8 months, because they keep on showing me like you feel good, you feel connected, you feel very grounded when this person comes into your life. And you are not going to protect yourself from love. This sounds, I know it sounds odd, but it's going to be actually a beautiful relationship. It's going to be a lot of fun over here. A lot of fun. A lot of fun, and both of you are going to choose each other. Yeah. So no second guessing about the choices. All right. My amazing Yvette, where are you, my darling? What do you see in your immediate future? What do I see in your immediate future? Let's see. Let's see what the cards want you to know when it comes to your immediate future. Immediate future. Okay. Now, so they're saying pay attention to your finances. There's going to be some sort of unexpected costs, unexpected expenditures, unexpected things. You might be a friend that's coming through over here because we have the dog. A friend might be asking you to lend them some money. They're kind of saying, you know, if you're not feeling comfortable lending them money, don't. But another thing that's coming through is that somebody's going to take your side. Somebody's actually going to be actively protecting you. You know, if there's some sort of conflict, because they're showing me some sort of strong emotion that's coming through. They're saying passionate love or hate. You know, there's a lot of passion, and it's a very strong emotion. And your friend is going to be on your side. Somebody who's loyal, somebody who's going to really defend you over here. This could be a woman with a darker hair that's coming through, dealings or relationships with a woman with a darker hair. And then, my dear, another thing that's coming through towards the end of the month is this period of abundance. Look at that bread card. Yeah, it says period of prosperity and abundance. Great. So multiplying, goal-oriented person. They're telling me that for the next for the last 2 weeks, there's definitely this energy of sticking with the goal, achieving some sort of target, and it's incredibly, incredibly important. Yeah. So they're saying, like, for sure, like within the next 3 weeks, that goal, that target, that maybe even felt like it's impossible to attain, definitely coming through over here. Beautiful. And maybe even interacting with some sort of dog. I love that dog. I love that card. Okay, that's what I see for you. My amazing Cecilia. Hello, company M offers me a job out of the blue. Will they actually hire you, or is it a good time for you? Let's see. Company M. Let's see. Darling, I was feeling it with my intuition. I would double check. If there's a possibility, I would double check the company, I would double check the reviews, I would double check the conditions. There's something a bit fishy that's going on over here because they're giving me the card of, somebody who's good at communication when we're talking about the company, but it's as if a lot of things that are hidden, a lot of things that are promises not kept. It's giving me a very fishy feeling. It's giving me a very, I don't know. It's like not serious or something like this. They're saying they're most likely going to hire you, but pay extra attention. Pay extra attention. You might end up doing more than you need to do. There's this energy of the fine print that's there to say that you need to do this and this. I would think twice about it. I would think twice about it because there's this energy of hiring, but it kind of feels like people tend to leave a lot from this place. I'd say be careful. I'd say ask around. I'd say definitely do some sort of research. It feels a little bit like it's not all bad, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like there's a lot of hidden things. But if you apply, it looks like it's most likely going to be a yes, but would you be happy there? Questionable. Nine of Swords, questionable. Yeah, they just changed their management. It's kind of like a lot of things that honestly, the moon in reverse, the energy of stagnation, the not being able to communicate. You know that there's some companies that they don't have that hierarchy communication built up nicely. So it's like one person says one thing, and then they're like another person says another thing, and you're like, well, who the hell do I listen to? So it's a little, but the decision is, of course, up to you. My amazing Yelena just accepted a new job offer. Well done. Which is a big bump financially, and the company seems solid with good laid outs growth over the next years. But the company is smaller than my current company. I like my current company, but things are moving but stagnantly. Was it the right decision to accept the new offer? Will I be happy and successful there, especially financially, as commission is part of the job? Okay. Or should I know about the job? What should I know about the job? Okay. Was it the right decision? Let me see. I mean, this is quite interesting. Again, to you, my darling, I want to say it's a new, exciting opportunity. However, it's worth, I'm going to put it in the right way. they might have over exaggerated when it comes, because you're talking about the commission, and we do have the card of kind of sneakiness and the Ten of Pentacles when we're talking about the money that you're expecting. However, what I see over here, it's this energy of excitement, it's this energy of I want to say being able to pick up good skills. So it's not that they lied. It's just this energy, you know, you need to paint. It's like a dating profile. You need to paint a good picture. So this is what they did. Will you be able to do well? Well, I'm seeing that there's very good communication when it comes to the team. It's this energy of doing things together. However, you might be tempted to overwork, yeah, to meet the goals, to do the things, not all the time, but some of the times. But other than that, they're saying that it's important for you because there is going to be another chance, there is going to be another opportunity, another gift, not necessarily straight away, but later on. So this new job is a good move. It might not be as picture perfect as they painted, but overall, it's you know, you can't have like a perfect job place. There's always the highs and the lows, but looks good. They're saying like one last piece of advice: don't be afraid to communicate, don't be afraid to speak up, don't be afraid to assert your boundaries right from the beginning. Very, very important. Okay. My amazing Casey, thank you so much for your patience. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. What do you have to look forward to? What do you have to look forward to, my darling? Let's see. In the near future, in the next couple of months. Oh, something literally just flew out. You're becoming the master of something. Look at this. Literally becoming the master of something. You're seeing things from a different perspective. Something, they're telling me that there's going to be a lot of clarity. Something that was an optical illusion. This is the equivalent of the Seven of Cups. Something that was an optical illusion. Something that wasn't seen. Something that was unclear. Oh my God, you're learning to read people. You're learning to put two and two together. Well, literally making it much simpler than it actually is. But with you, it's like, you know, advanced maths, advanced logical, psychological, and spiritual maths. You're becoming the master of something. And this helps you immensely because what they're showing me is that you're going to withdraw your energy from certain connections where you could clearly see that that connection is not going to work for you. They're also telling me that you're going to be able to see where to invest your time, effort, money, emotions, and honestly, they're giving me this energy of deep psychological healing, spiritual healing, going within, being incredibly observative. There's something about observation. Somebody is going to show you their true colors. And with the two fours, actually, you have three fours. Yeah. You're going to be able to breathe out. Finally, they're telling me being able to rest, being able to find something that works for you, that doesn't drain you, and being able to breathe out, you know, like getting rid of that restrictive closing, restrictive relationship, restrictive schedule, and being able to relax, to breathe out, and just kind of be yourself over here. They're telling me something is also going to turn around when we're talking about love, when we're talking about romance, yeah? So turning out for better, because they show me the energy of satisfaction, of romance. Yeah, so if you're single, this is the energy of somebody coming in. If you're in a relationship, this is the energy of things getting better. Okay. That's what I see for you, my lovely Casey. Sasha. Vibes you're getting towards me from my from my current workplace, from colleagues, superiors. Anything I should really be aware of in terms of unsaid thoughts anyone might have had about me? Okay, let's see. Vibes from your workplace. The creator, this is interesting. I want to say overall, people are quite impressed with you. Some people love it, some people hate it. But there's definitely this energy of uniqueness because this is the only card in this deck that's not a traditional tarot card. This is the card of the fountain. This is the card of, first and foremost, good communication. This is the card of being able to bring things together. This is the card of, I want to say, coming up with solutions. And like I said, some people they like it, some people they feel quite envious, they hate it. Hard worker, definitely a hard worker. Once again, some people see it as a good thing, and other people see it as, being unable to delegate, wanting to do everything by yourself. Praise is important, very ambitious, incredibly ambitious. Those are the two cards that talk about ambition, winning, praise. Leadership qualities are coming through over here as well. Also, there's something about maybe you not being satisfied or easily satisfied with certain things. Where some people would just be like, okay, that's fine. It doesn't feel like you're just going to be like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. No, you get to the point where people think that you're quite well off, actually. Maybe more well off than they are with that 10 of Pentacles. And I don't know if they know some sort of story about you or whatever, about having overcome something or having to deal with something difficult. But overall, I'm not seeing anything negative over here. Like I said, some people, they're just... They like certain aspects of you, others don't, but I don't see anything that has to do with gossip, scheming. No, nothing like this. Some women are jealous because they think that you think that you're the star. No, I don't see anything that needs to be like that I need to warn you of. That there's some sort of scheming, that there's some sort of planning. No. All right, the second mentioned newness and career stuff, but what's the nature of... Let me try and see. What is the nature? Research, advertising, something else. You know what? It has to do with travel. It has to do with the internet. It has to do with communication with foreigners. It has to do with being the head of something. It does have something, I want to say it's a little bit more like PR. It's a little bit more like, for some reason, they're showing me things that have to do with events, that have to do with presentations, that have to do with talking to, I don't know, I'm saying it's like kind of saying this, key account managers, people who make decisions. It's this energy of talking a lot. It's about building relationships. So this could be like a relationship manager. This does have a strong connection to the marketing. This does have a strong connection, but it's mostly, I want to say, it's either public relations, it's coming through, it has something to do with PR, is public relations. It's in my head, hold on. Like I said, talking to key account managers, acquisitions, representation. It's kind of more of those things, like, of being chosen. When people are like, kind of, we don't know, should we go with you, should we not go with you, should we extend the contract, should we not extend the contract. It's about making people choose. It's about adding that personal touch, and then does have a lot to do with communication and maybe a little bit of crisis management, a little bit. But again, you have the energy, of something that's innovative, something that's unique, a particular approach. It might, customer relations, things like this. And that's what I see for you, my darling. All right, my dears, last call for any questions you might have for me today. If not, I am going to have another session on Wednesday, most likely. Personal readings, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below all of my readings. All you have to do is send me an email and I'll send you a list of readings that I do together with prices, the types of questions that those readings answer, so on and so forth. Patreon is always waiting for you, over 200, 10 I think now, exclusive videos, additional discounts on personal reads, and much, much more. So definitely worth taking a look. All right, my dears, looks like we're all done for today. I want to thank you so much for being here, for your questions, for your energy. Take care of your fantastic selves. A new video coming out soon. I'm finally gotten the cord that I needed to get for my microphone. Hopefully now it's going to work perfectly. I hope. And because it's just been giving me a hard time and I've been spending hours trying to fix the audio, it's still sounding very messed up. So hopefully that new cord with that mic and the new software update is going to work. And you'll be able to hear my voice without the shh in the background. All right, my darlings. Again, thank you so much. Take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye.